if it doesn't pass the sniff test, generally, you shouldn't date it and you shouldn't eat it. Unless, of course, it's that weird fruit. And most people probably wouldn't eat that. But anyway, here we are. And how to eat well when you're in a really, really bad state, such as if you're homeless. And I hope this goes out as a help. Do you have any food intolerances? Do you have any allergies? Do you have celiac disease? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, you might have a difficult time in a shelter. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, they cook for everyone, as in the least difficult, which means you might find yourself having to forego many major parts to a meal in order to get things done. You might have to start sneaking things in on your person. Yeah. It got easier. I can now, for example, get my hands on things that I can eat, and I'm no longer in a homeless shelter. In fact, I'm no longer homeless, but there are things that I ate that I shouldn't have. And I was reminded of this when a bunch of people recently got sick. People that didn't really have food intolerances and that we knew of. And then when someone passed me with a plate of fishy something or the other, I realized that the fish really smelled awful, and my natural instinct was, whatever you do, don't eat that. That is gross. Not just because it was shrimp and pasta, but because of the fact that the shrimp just smelled really foul compared to what it's supposed to smell like. And there's fishy, and then there's bad fishy. And if it's fishy, if it fails the sniff test, bye-bye. Ciao. And anyway, so I would say be on the lookout, save up your money, however you get it. I would say, if you can find soda cans or you have a couple bucks, keep that. But really, really look around. Vegetables are good. For the most part, people aren't really going to have issues with things like green beans, unless, of course, they have issues with beans and sprouts and seeds. Dairy, if you can have it, and if you can get your hands on it. Keep in mind that it took me a while to get my hands on caffeine. And when I did, I laid in store. If you can't have the bread, don't have the bread. Don't force yourself. If you absolutely need to eat and you can't get your hands on anything else, just know that you're not going to be feeling all that great. But with patience and with the ability to clear out, you should be okay, but you're going to be feeling run down for a while. And if it stinks, don't. If the people that cook aren't that great at cooking certain foods, don't. Use your internal guide. And I know that they say common sense ain't all that common, but don't try to force yourself, even though when you're hungry, you kind of go a little bit weird and you will pretty much touch everything in sight. If there's salad without croutons, eat that stuff. If you can get your hands on ranch dressing, sometimes that's easy. A lot of people will serve that. Olive oil, if you can find it. And it's all about looking around for things that you can put in it. Like if they serve oranges, you can slice the orange into your salad. Just really look to yourself and don't try to force something that isn't going to happen, and keep fighting for you. And if people have suggestion boxes, put in there that you should probably have some sort of fruit or vegetable or meat dish for people who have problems with wheat. And because honestly, gluten-free pasta and things are really expensive, so probably not going to be bought on that kind of a budget. And remember, you take care of yourself. And if it smells bad, it's not for you. Unless it's that Durin fruit, which I hear tastes really good. It just smells gosh awful. And if it also smells bad, make sure you warn people that the fish isn't for them, because you don't want them running to and fro the bathroom all night. And yeah. So we've had a rather unholy start to Holy Week, but looks like I'm temporarily a vegetarian because there's not really a lot being served here that I can eat, but I did lay in a few basic things. So yeah, I'm hoping people quit eating the fish, though. Maybe that'll show them it's okay to protest if something's not right. After all, just because you might be in a bad state does not mean that you give up taste buds or human rights. So remember that. And don't let people get at you. And I know it's difficult because you want so much to get things done, and it's difficult when you feel like you might get tossed out on your ear if you say the wrong thing. And if that does happen, that's not on you. And make sure you keep talking. Love you. And yeah, and if he smells bad, or she, either physically or just in the emotional way, and they don't seem all that great, drop them. You're better than that. Love you.